Hey, what's up everybody? Hope you're doing well. So these past few days has kind of marked the beginning of a journey of doing something for the first time, and that is the process of buying my first ever truck. So I might go with a car or a truck, I'm still kind of deciding what I want to go with, but it's just basically buying my first vehicle. And I just kind of really want to document this whole process because it is the first time going through all this. And since I am going to be going with a used vehicle, it is a bit different than if you're going just buying a brand new vehicle straight off the lot. You know, you got to do a lot of research, make sure the car's, the car's history, check the Carfax, all that different stuff. What I've basically been doing is, of course, talking and getting the opinion of anybody that I can. So, of course, my dad, multiple of my uncles. One of them, he's a mechanic, so he's been giving me some good insight and thoughts on different trucks and stuff. And I'm trying to decide what vehicle I want to go with because, of course, there's so many different options. Originally, for the longest time, I've really wanted to get a 4Runner, but the 4Runners that I would be interested in are kind of out of my budget. So what I kind of narrowed it down to is potentially a Tacoma, like a Toyota Tacoma, and then also kind of potentially like a Chevy Silverado. There's all the different sites. So I've been looking on Cars.com, Car Gurus, for the mostly dealers on there, and then also for more private sellers on like Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, just looking all around because you never know where you might find something, and then also just asking around. So the truck that I'm going to look at today is a Chevy Silverado 1500, and it's a 2008. But this is one of like 15, 20 trucks that I've looked at. But a lot of the times, sometimes if it's a private seller, they don't respond right away, or they can't set up a time to meet up until like next week or whatever the case is. So I just kind of excited to go look at a first truck in person because, like I said, up to now it's just been pictures and images and information. Let's go. It's about a 35-minute drive, and going to be borrowing my mom's car to head out there and check it out. That should be fun. All right, everyone. So I'm here sitting inside of the first truck that I've had the chance to look at since I began looking, and this right here is a Chevy Silverado 1500. It's a 2008. And I just pulled up here to the dealership. I've just been checking it out, and I'm not like a mechanic or know a ton of stuff, so what I kind of did before is like just watch some videos about the basic stuff that you want to check when you're purchasing or looking around at a used vehicle. I don't know, there's a lot of little things going on. Like there's some little stuff with like this middle console that kind of like can lean back to have a third seat up front. The clip doesn't work, so when you lift it up, this compartment just flies open, and if you had anything in there, which you probably would have, I would probably have, it would just all go flying into the back seat. So I'm gonna keep looking around, but it's just really exciting to finally be looking at a truck in the person, but not get emotionally attached for sure. A few things that I have noticed that aren't ideal is that window doesn't work at all, so it doesn't go up or down. And then the passenger window, you can roll it down from the driver's side, but you can't roll it up. You have to reach over and roll it up. The window lock doesn't work, so if you lock the windows, all the windows still work from those doors and stuff. What else is there? Oh yeah, I checked the oil level and it seemed really low and very dark compared to what I feel like it should be. Like on the like stick, I took a little video or picture of it. It was like extremely low, and I feel like it should be a bit higher. But alrighty, so I just left the dealership, which I was just at, looking at that one Silverado, and that is, let me turn the AC down so it's not too loud. That is for sure not the truck. There was just a lot of stuff kind of wrong with it that kind of turned me off. There was just a lot of little things and stuff. Two of the seatbelts were just completely pulled out, like they wouldn't like kind of, I don't know how to describe it, but like the seatbelt wouldn't get like pulled back in to be like snug. So there was just a lot of little things. The dashboard had like some big cracks on the top of it, so I'm not sure if that means that something could have been messing with something. You never know. There was some dents on the front. There was another dent on one of the corners, which wasn't mentioned in the Carfax. It's really nice to get over that first one, and now continue along. What's up, everyone? It's now another day, and we're going to look at a different car. So, as I kind of just mentioned, I looked at the Silverado. It was really cool because it was the first, just vehicle that I got to look at in person, and there ended up being a lot of just things kind of wrong with that and a lot of red flags, so I decided not to go with that one. And then I kept looking around and got kind of interested in potentially more like a car. So today we're going to look at a Cadillac XTS 2013. The guy's asking for $12,000, but we might be able, probably can get that down a little bit because it has been listed on the marketplace for a little while now. So I'm sure there's some wiggle room to save a few bucks there. But it's about a 45-minute drive. I'm gonna go out there, give it a check, film some clips of it, and then of course I'm not gonna be making a decision like right there, like okay, I'm gonna buy it right now. I'm gonna look at it, take some clips, and then, you know, come home, think about it, you know, talk with my uncles, family, and not make a irrational decision in the moment, but like really think about it to make sure I make a good choice. So let's go. All right, so here we are. I can see the car parked outside. I'm gonna head over right now, meet up with the owner, and check this car out. It does look pretty clean from the looks of it, but we've got to see how it runs, interior, under the hood, all that jazz. Okay, so this might actually be the one. This car was in such good condition. The guy was like super helpful, showing me, you know, the whole car. Took it for a test drive, drove all around. He was just like, you know, basically showing me like all the features of the car. And from the looks of it, it looks like he took fairly good care of it, especially compared to the truck that I looked at last. That thing was destroyed. But I mean, this guy has two other cars. He has a Mercedes and a Suburban, and just like from the looks of it, like everything, the interior and the exterior seems to be taken pretty good care of. You know, there's no like weird smells or stains or like tears or different things in the interior and stuff. You know, the buttons, all the controls still work good. I looked like very in detail, like all over the, you know, only, you know, at least what I can look. Of course, like, you know, more stuff like more mechanical things I'm not super experienced with. But, you know, I, of course, like, checked the oil, and then, of course, just checking everything inside and the way it seemed to be taken care of. Could not find anything wrong with it. Like, there was nothing. It was weird. It was like, there must be something. I'm missing something here. Where is it? But nothing so far. All right, so this is an extremely exciting moment for me. I just finished the process for purchasing the car. So we were just at the bank, met up with the guy selling it, did the payment, took care of that, did all the paperwork, the bill of sale, and because it was on a loan, the title is going to be sent here, and then we'll have to sign it over within a week or two. But the car is now officially mine. My first car ever. Pretty crazy. Cadillac XTS 2013 luxury edition. Pretty sweet. And for a surprisingly good price of $11,500. You know, for what it is, I feel like that's a pretty good price, considering, you know, when this car was new, it was going for around $40,000 to $50,000, so quite a big difference. And yeah, pretty pumped. Gonna head over to the car wash, give her a nice good scrub, and then head on home. Cruise around, get used to the driving, but damn. And there she is, all nice and clean. I'm still just blown away that this ended up being my first car. It wasn't what I had in mind at the beginning, but then once I started looking at it, and one of my uncles has a Cadillac, he had great things to say about it, and I'm just super stoked for this to be my first car, and yeah, pumped. But then somehow, within the first few days of owning it, I managed to get my first flat tire, so I got to swap that out for the little donut tire stored in the back. So that was kind of a fun experience to do that, and at least it was just slowly lost air, and I got to swap it at the apartment. So if I do get a flat on the side of the road, I'll already know, you know, using all these tools, feel comfortable using all the tools. So I have to go get that fixed. But yeah, still super pumped. Hey, we got the wheel off and the tire finally, and there it is. Nice little screw. It was all the way on like the inside of the tire, so I couldn't even spot it when I was looking around. But now it's time to put on this hefty spare. Jack is working pretty good. It took forever to raise this car high enough. I swear I must have spun that thing like 200 times, but we eventually got these off and everything. Alrighty, so that's a wrap for purchasing my first car. Thank you for tuning in. If you watched all the way to the end and you watch a few more seconds, you'll notice there's a little bonus clip, but I'll see you in the next one. Booyah.
I'm not getting it.
Come on, guys, let's
Whose
go.
car is this?
I don't know. I mean, we're just taking it for a quick spin.
Let me see this.
Come on, this is the one.
I'm so done. I'm not getting it.
It's a grown.
I bet you it's like unlocked and everything.
Yeah, whose car is this, bro?
Oh,
Whose car is this?
don't worry about it, bro.
Tua, whose car is
Hey, don't worry about it.
a Tua?
You did for real?
Damn, it starts at everything. It starts at everything.
I still
Bro, it starts in everything.
Whose car is this?
I'm just
Hey,
waiting.
don't worry about
I'm
it.
just waiting for some like black guy to come out with like a gun or something. Like, what you doing in my car? Like,